So I'm going to document a little bit of the home buying experience with KB Homes. That's my builder, and I'm going to be pretty candid and honest with it, what my experience was. They take your deposit, they ask you to upgrade, and if it's your first time doing this to your brand new construction home, you're going to have a difficult time because you don't know what you're doing. And you have to get the end result way down the road. So it was an interesting home buying experience. It took them 11 months to do what they were supposed to do. And I think, yes, there was unnecessary delays. And unfortunately, I got the end of the bargain where you end up receiving the house. So I got the house, right? But it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not a custom-built dream home. It's certainly not what you bargained for at the beginning of the bargain. You receive a product, but it's not like it's scratch-proof. And there's certain things that they still have to replace and do. It's closing day. I'm going to put it in my contract and do my best I can to make them do what they need to be doing. But things can be fixed independently as well. Or things can be completely built independently as well. You don't need a home builder to build a house. You just need a piece of land and a contractor that you can trust and that's honest and will do a good job. So in my personal experience, these contractors are lying about every single thing that's related to the work on your home. They'll just say everything is 3 minutes or 5 minutes. If everything was 3 minutes or 5 minutes, why haven't you done it already before I'm here in person? And another thing that they would always do that's a bait and switch. They show you one thing and then they sell you something else. And that's something that's common, of course, in car dealerships. But this is not buying a car, this is buying a house. But they still use the same words like warranty and contract and deposit and wire. So all these things are coming together at the same time. Just remember, you need an inspector. So whether you think they're doing everything right, they're not. Without an inspection, you're never going to get a good house. So in my situation, I had 3 different independent inspectors. And when I came to meetings with my builder, they'd say, oh, wow, we never had anybody send 3 inspectors. Well, I say, hey, it's not worth my time for me to figure out what you did wrong. So that's what I usually say. I say, hey, it's a photo book. You can look at it, understand it, and fix it based on that. What I thought was interesting about their behavior sometimes would be that they haven't even printed the report or they haven't seen the report and just have this willful ignorance of what's going on in the field. I see that some builders work out of their office, so they may not know what's going on in the house, and that might be some part of the economy that allows that to be this way. But when you're paying a lot of money on a huge profit for them, you want to get the most out of it that you can, because you don't know how to do insulation, you don't know how to do plumbing, you don't know how to do tile, what else? Toilet, plumbing. There's so many parts of the house that you don't know how to do, especially repairs. When you're fixing one thing, you break another thing. That's what they're really good at, builders, okay? So one time I come to my inspection and get another inspection. In between 2 inspections, they broke something brand new. So I had a whole brand new issue that I didn't have before, just because that's how they do. They don't pay attention to the details. That's what builders do. So new home builder, the name was KB Homes. Did they do a good job? Yes, because now look, at the end of the day, I'm going to make a profit. I don't know when I'm going to make a profit, but I know that I am going to make a profit. This isn't the high part of the market, and it's not the low part of the market. It's some part of the market, but you're somewhere in between. And if you're living in a 1-bedroom right now, or if you're going to live in an apartment right now, this is the good news. You're not going to live there forever. It's going to change one day where you live, and just look forward to that, okay? Oh yeah, let me tell you the best part about this home building process. At the end of it all, they want you to give them a 10, not a 9.5, not an 8. They don't want you to give them an accurate assessment of their own work. All they want to receive is a 10, and that you're 100% satisfied with the home. So I'm not going to answer those questions because I'm not 100% satisfied with the home, and they're not getting a 10 from me. And I'm considering whether I should put down the number 9 or not, or just leave it unanswered. But I might give them a 7. Yeah, we're sitting here today. Time has passed. The home has been built. It's very pretty. It's very nice. It's going to go up in value, that's for sure. But I'm paying for this room. You will pay for whatever your title company is that you choose. So just remember, this water, you paid for it. This nice lighting, you paid for it. And that your time is valuable too in this whole process. If you have a partner with you, they'll go to the fence for you for the things that hasn't been done. So if you're closing by yourself, buying a home by yourself, investing by yourself, it's a whole different scenario because you have to defend yourself the whole time and you advocate for yourself. So that you already know I'm good at. And yeah, I just had a conversation with the notary here. She was very well dressed, very respectful, and she verified if it is who I say I am. Because before you sign documents, it better be that person that the notary is notarizing documents for. So I appreciated that part of the process. That's been confirmed. And now we're just waiting on the builder. Let's see if they get back to me within the next 1 hour. And we can hammer out some last details. And we can move on. Get the keys to this house and the money to whoever needs to be sent to. Tell me, come on, Mr. Singh, let's move on. But the grand scheme of things, yeah, everything needs to be documented. And I feel like my education has paid off in the long run. Some things are cosmetic at the end of the day. They did make some cosmetic damages to my quote-unquote dream home. Could they have done better? Yup. And they're not going to get a 10 out of 10 from me. So going forward, I'm going to start signing these documents, sending some money. As soon as the money hits the fan, they're going to give me my keys. So as you know, that's the home buying process. So did not close as expected on this home. The builder has given me some vague response that ask somebody else who speaks English if they speak the same English I speak and if they think what they said to me, the builder, if it was vague or not. So I'm going home. I was ready at 9:30. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm going to save myself the extra hour. No point in starting something that you can't finish, right? So yeah, this saga continues to the other day. The real question is, am I unreasonable? No, the customer's never unreasonable. We're talking money. We're not talking feelings and favors. So everybody that wants to get a paycheck needs to do as told, and or try to do their best. Craftsmanship is one thing, but providing a product as new is something else. Would you agree with something like that? That's called the law. I'm happy that I have a legal education, and there's a difference between calling something a survey when in reality it's a contract. Would you agree? So I woke up today at 3:30, drove to Tampa. After coming to Tampa, checked on the house, signed a document that says that the hurricane didn't cause any damage. Cleaned the house, drove to Orlando. Now I'm at the closing. Meanwhile, the Tesla's been dying the whole time. Pain in the ass electric car. All right, so the house finally closed on. Mortgage company has all their fees. Title company has all their fees. Builder, it's interesting. The paperwork says I was supposed to close on 6/25/2024, right? Then they have a strike through line. It says 8/7/2024, and I have to initial it. And it's interesting because the house wasn't ready in that date. They could have just always printed out paperwork with the correct date, but it's like a paper trail, this whole thing. And because of the delays, it actually cost me financially more money. It's a different interest rate if you close on the house at the end of the month versus the beginning of the month. So that's about $1,000, as well as extending certain guarantees I had from my lender. They want another $400 or something like that to extend it. And then they want $50 to record it, an e-sign fee, which my title company fought for, or they resolved for me. So yeah, keep all these little fees in mind. It's not what you think it is when you get there. And they have little jokes for you. I'll tell you one joke from my closing was, hey, there's a drainage in front of your house. You can't build a house without doing that. I said, oh yeah, sure you can. And she said, well, maybe you should just jump over it with a little ramp every day. So I said, ha 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 ha. I just got done signing my life away. Hopefully I have all the money to pay for these payments. But going forward, you need to be more careful when you go about buying whatever property you want just because, you feel like it. My grandma told me to buy it, so I did it. But, I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's a good idea for everyone to buy, but it's a pain in the butt. I just buy something that's already built, pre-existing, right? Pre-existing, you know what you're getting. You can upgrade as you want. You know, I don't really know if I paid and got what I paid for, because I've been thinking, what do my parents pay for in a house? What do have other people paid for in a house? What did I pay for? I paid for a location. I paid for a new. I waited for everything up to code. Everything is, it hasn't been broken before. I break it in this house. But you know, there's a lot to think about when you go buying a house. But make sure you get a good realtor. They'll make sure that you'll go through with the deal. I had a great realtor. I want to thank my realtor for sure. You know who you are. Take it easy. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 4 minutes left till 5 o'clock. They made me sign everything. They made me show up. I signed. I paid. I'm waiting since Monday, by the way. They're not gonna give me my keys today. Them are some liars. So I'm over here, Tesla's charging back over there. I wanted to make a video and say, wow, you know, I really haven't been able to be candid until right now. So the builder, the lender, this whole entire process, okay, it's something that, you know, you're not ready for, pretty much. Like, how can I have done everything I was supposed to do, including saving the money and showing up and being available and like letting some things go, and they still aren't ready? But they continue to like put certain dates down as if though it was my fault that date has to be written down. Like, the real closing date was set for 6/25, so they keep striking out that line and putting on the new date on it. And it's little things like that I know they're doing so they can get a way for them to make money off quote unquote work. But I don't know if it's really work or not, and I don't really know if it's really candid or not either. And it's very tough to be honest and just tell, you know, my followers what the deal is. But you might be in this situation one day, and you're not a lawyer. You don't view things like how I view things. But there's a lot of little agreements that you have to sign that says, hey, we did this work, but if we didn't do it right, you're not really going to come after us. What kind of agreement is that, you know? And it's like a very one-sided kind of negotiation, whether it's with the builder. Oh yeah, we put that in the original contract. Oh yeah, check the contract. And then when it's not in the contract, oh yeah, we did it to the code. So it's like they're just full of it. They're just full of it. And when you have your experience yourself, that's when you're really gonna say, oh, Push told me about this. So hopefully my documentation has helped you. But I have a whole folder for just his home buying experience. So yeah, that's the situation. I'm currently walking to get some biscuits. I know my trainer doesn't want me to eat these biscuits. Actually, he won't say don't eat them. He'll say, ooh, were they good? So yeah, you know, relationship with food is something I've been working on, and right now I deserve some biscuits. I really can't believe they didn't let me close. Like, it's a lot to think about, because it just is, okay? So much to think about. If you don't know what to do with your life, become a realtor. This is why. Houses keep increasing in value and you get a percentage. Let me repeat that. Houses go up in value and you get a percentage. Everything that you're doing is going up in value and you're getting a percentage. Sounds like Allen Iverson in practice. Everyone, it's final inspection time for my home. This is what it came out as. There's certain things that need to be fixed, like anything else in the world, but right now I'm happy. It's been a long time coming, and we'll just see how the rest of this stuff goes. Stay tuned, and yeah, hope you guys like what you see. This room was done fairly well. This right here is the bathroom. Here's some lights. Major issues back here. Not to forget the squeakiness over here. You know, things might have to get redone, and everything right here in this cabinet. There's some cracks as well as in here. So arrows indicate. And there is some lining up issues of these cabinets. You don't pay for cabinets that don't aren't at 90-degree angles. See here and here, there's blue. It's something that needs to be reviewed and looked at. Here there was an issue with the grout. The grout is 2 different colors. I had a good eye with my flashlight. I was able to see everything. And as you can see, I got as many plugs as possible in the rooms. And yeah, so here's the light. Let's check this window. Let's see if it opens up nicely and easily. Just the laundry room here, as you can see. Who cares about the laundry room at the end of the day, no? So this right here is for code. What if a handicapped person needs a plug or something like that, I was told. Well, and here's the room here, one of the rooms. Not so bad. Let's check out this window here too. If somebody's gonna break stuff around here, it's gonna be me. Ooh, doesn't slide up and down like I wanted to. Another one. Show you guys my garage. Hey man, do you hate me, man? What? Don't hate the game, it is what it is. So as you can see, this is my garage. I'm very excited about my garage. Obviously I'm obsessed about lighting, but look here, I put different switches on the lighting. And I got tons of plugs. Over here, I'm gonna be charging the Tesla right here. Plug that in, hopefully that works well. As you can see, Tesla number 2 is outside. So all these things on the concrete need to be cleaned up. That needs to be cleaned up. God knows what's level. And I wanna go in the attic. Let's see if homeboy will let me go in the attic or not. And like, look, that's not good. So day 1, day 2, whatever. Here's a little update. You see that little wet dry vac over there? That's essentially the most important thing you're gonna need if you have a new construction home. It's really not my home right now, it's the spider's house. There's spiders everywhere, it makes you feel like you're getting bit all the time. Once you've been bit one time by a spider, you won't want it to happen again. So that's what I'm going through now. That's my wet dry vac from Costco. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pretty much get every single corner and then call pest control. Because you know, sometimes you gotta do it yourself. You can't just rely on whomever. But as you can see, I'm still scratching everywhere because I think they got me. But yeah, what's your experience with a new construction home? Are you going through what I'm going through? Because there's more to come. Oh, I just got done capturing maybe 10 spiders, maybe more. I don't really know how many spiders there are, but spiders pretty much, they hide in these little corners. I did make a couple boo-boos. Right here, as you can see in this corner, there's a scratch. I was just getting a little reckless with the vacuum cleaner. Same thing over here, there's a little reckless. Actually, I saw a spider and I got all excited. And I started chasing him down and I ended up scratching the wall a little bit. I don't know if you can see. But this pre-construction paint, it's obviously not very good. It's just to get the job done so they can get their paycheck and get out of there. Obviously, when I have better paint, this house will look a lot better. But for now, I'm pest control push, taking care of all the spiders that's here. And after that, I'm gonna pursue my next endeavor in this house. A rewarding moment of the day. Entrepreneur knocks on my door, it's 4:20. I think it's one of my homies, or who could it be? You know? So it's just a buddy selling water solutions, etc., etc. So after I get back the introduction, I give him a chance. I go, hey bud, be honest. Does your competition ever just drive around right in front of your face? He goes, yeah, all the time. I go, me too, man. Me too. So I finally picked up my check over here. I have my little package. And it's been a fun journey. Hope you guys learned something along the way. I was able to take a photo, and it's the moment everyone's always waiting for, to have their little key and their little photo. All that stuff is done. But yeah, it was fun paying the realtor, the builder, and the lender. So we finally made it to the closing, huh? Which round is this? Have me come over here on a work day. As if I didn't just take a plane and a Tesla to get over here, man. These people, stop playing with me. Just say your internet is down. Yesterday I got here, I go, you know, I think the internet is down. That's a heck of an accusation in 2024. Hey, I think your internet's not working. I don't know. All I can say is that I'm experiencing weird behavior. It's not like I didn't pay them yesterday, but they're having an issue getting a check to my realtor, so you know how that is. That's like a referral check. I'm gonna make sure that check gets to where it needs to get to and how it needs to get printed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I got kicked out of that place, which is weird. I just paid them yesterday. Showed up. She took one crappy photo for me. It was insignificant for her, but it was a big deal to me, you know. The least they could have did was give me a decent photo shoot. It's not like I'm ugly, but look, man, that's the end of the journey for this. Hope you guys will continue to stay tuned to whatever I have to share and offer in this world. But yeah, you know, I know that it's not easy for everybody. Everybody faces different challenges, okay? So this is my challenge, creativity. I'm good at the law stuff. I'm not good at being creative about it. Definitely not good at writing in English about it. And you already know, only 3% of all Indians are liars. Liars. So I want to make a video about the builder. I don't always have a chance to sit here and explain the new construction, new homeowner process. But right now you saw the video of me getting my water adjusted or the water turned back on. But I'm sitting back and I'm thinking about how much the builder lied about. The builder lied about as many things as possible. And even at closing, when things were almost, let's say, 86% done, they still continued to lie. One of the disputes I had with them was extra tile for the showers. So most homes, they come with tubs. And then if they convert it to a shower, obviously for more money, you know, you can also select premium tile as well, right? So I selected the premium tile, whatever. And I was like, hey, can I get an extra box of tile? So that was in dispute for 6 weeks, okay? It's been however many days, there's still not a gratis set of tiles. And I can read you an email, show you exact email, but it's so shocking to me in this industry that obviously the builder wants to get away with everything, but like you just write lies, you speak lies. What's really left? Hey man, you like that burger? They'll tell you the truth about that, but they're lying about everything else. So it's something that everyone should keep in mind when they're buying a new construction house. That's something that's going to go on with you. It happened to me. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to the next buyer as well. So best of luck to you, and buy some real estate.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go. Hey. Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?